Hey everyone, my name is Jeff House, and much like you, I was probably sitting in the exact same seats you're sitting in today, wondering what I should do with the rest of my high school years. Hint, you should enjoy every year you have left. Now fast forward 6 years, and I'm currently working at PricewaterhouseCoopers, the largest professional services firm in the world. Now how did I go from a grade 10 student with little guidance and direction and where to go with the rest of my life, to now an associate at one of the largest professional services firms in the world? Well, a lot of the credit has to go to Mr. Baldwin and Miss Morency, two of the most inspiring teachers I've ever had. Now, going back into high school, I was considering a lot of things. I wanted to find the right classes to take that would bring me to the best job. So I considered taking science classes so that I could become a doctor, but taking grade 11 bio and dissecting the frog really turned me off from that. Then I considered possibly taking law, but considering that I'd have to be in school till 2029, I excluded that from the list. Then there was the idea of business, and business can sometimes be a very vague concept, and not a lot of people know what it is before getting into it. But I decided to take some classes with Mr. Baldwin and Miss Morency, and they kind of guided me as to what the potential jobs there were if I did take business. Now there's things like accounting, which gives you job opportunities all over the world, and that's currently what I'm doing at Price Waterhouse. There's also things like if you like the high pressure of trading stocks on the stock market, and you can also do that with business classes. You can also consider running your own business, and that's really the exciting thing about business, is that you can literally do anything, and that is why I ended up staying in business after taking classes with Mr. Baldwin and Miss Morency. And not only from an educational standpoint are these classes excellent to take, but intangibly they taught me a lot of lessons. Things like how to network with professionals, and how to lead a team properly. You learn these things in Mr. Baldwin and Miss Morency's classes through a number of different methods, whether it's running the tuck shop or simply participating in class. There's so many things you can learn from these two classes. So another thing that I was learning is that business can be difficult. Don't get me wrong. I definitely had some trouble in the business classes, and I'm sure Mr. Baldwin will tell you that I wasn't his best student. But at the end of the day, it's very rewarding, and I mean that in the sense that you can use the skills you learn in business classes in pretty much anything you do. The classes specifically were very helpful in preparing me for university, for example. In the first year, after taking Mr. Baldwin's accounting courses and Miss Morency's courses directly related to sort of leadership, I was able to kind of breeze by my first year of university. A lot of students struggle when going into their first year of university because, first of all, it's a whole new atmosphere, and they're not really prepared for how much extra work there is. So that is already one thing you have to worry about. And then there's also the added fact that the classes are much more difficult. And so by taking classes with Mr. Baldwin and Miss Morency, I was able to kind of bypass the difficulties of hard classes and kind of just focus on getting used to the atmosphere of university. Accounting classes, for example, I learned all the basics with Mr. Baldwin, and so it was very easy for me to then pick it up in university and kind of go through it that way. Essentially, I think that the classes offered at Mother Teresa in business are the most beneficial in terms of preparation of any course. Now, I've kind of rambled on for too long, and I really got to go before my manager starts asking questions. So thank you for your time. I really hope that I see you in the business world someday, and I hope that Mr. Baldwin and Miss Morency can bring you there. All right, thank you.